Welcome back. This is Annette, and I'm here to walk you through your third and final activity with technology strategies. And I'm very excited about this new strategy because this one, as mentioned, is going to give you the opportunity to step outside of the four walls of your classroom and really allow your students to be able to experience the learning of whatever you have going on in your classrooms. So this program that we will be using is called Weebly. So the first step to be able to connect to this program is to go into your search engine and type in Weebly. So Weebly, similar to Kazoa, is a free website. This program will help you to design your own websites. So I'm just going to go through here and get us started on the same screen that you will be looking at. So the first thing you're going to click into is, what is the focus of your site? And where are you designing your own website, a blog, or creating a store? So in our case, in our project, we will be working with a site, but you should feel free to go back and explore all of the other avenues that you can use Weebly. So clicking on site, you're going to be taken to a screen where you can choose a theme or a background. And you just scroll down and continue to scroll down until you see something that is of interest to you. Now, this can be changed at any time. If you think, I think I want to try something different, then you can feel free to do so. So as you scroll down, if you see something that you like, you can just put your cursor over it. And when you put your cursor over, you'll see that you have the option to change the color background of the theme. And then you would choose the theme. So on this one, I'm going to change my color background because I prefer that kind of a background. And then I'm going to click choose. And so now you are beginning to design your own website. So the first step of this website is to create your subdomain. This is the information that you will be submitting to your instructor. And this is also the information when you do this in your classroom that you will be giving to your to your students. And so you want to make it a familiar name that would be able to get the attention of your students. So I will put down what my name is, and I will also put down the school that I'm associated with. So this web domain means at any time you can go into your search engine at the top and type in http Mrs. Ray SDSU, capitalizing the M and the R, at Weebly.com, and you will immediately be connected to this website. So on your subdomain, you want to personalize it for you and your classroom. Do not type in the same subdomain as I have. Then you click continue. So now we're looking at our site. You are officially beginning to put together your very own website. So you can change things if you want to, you can add things to it, and you can customize it in any way that you want to, starting with your image. If you want to edit your image, if you want to change the title of it, if you want to change the buttons that are at the top and the information that is showing. And the way that we're going to do this is by exploring these buttons over to your left of your screen. Today, we are going to learn how to change titles, text, image, insert pictures, slideshow presentations, and embed codes. So that's our purpose for today. You can add extra information to it as stated over here at the side, but we want to start with just the basics for our website. So starting again, we want to go ahead and look at information here that we may want to change. So we're going to click into title. Okay, so let's take a second and let's look at all the different things that we find, all the different features on this site. At the very top, you will see some tabs: Build, Design, Pages, Store, Settings. The main ones that you'll be working with is just Build and Design. There are many pages you can add to this page here. So starting like with Home would be your first page. You can add more for about, so you can actually design a second page. You can also have a contact page. You can add to that also with other pages, but in this assignment, we are only going to focus on our home page. So as we go through and we're building our page and we want to design our page, when you click on design, that's going to give you options to change colors, themes, fonts, and so forth that you see on here. So we're going to go back to build. You can keep this as simple as you want to, or if you want to add a little bit more creativity, you can. But we're going to start at the top, show you the features that you can work on, and work our way down to the bottom. So starting with our title, this is called My Site. If I want to change this information, I have the option to take it off completely, to add a text, to change the text that's written there, or to add a logo. So we're going to change the text on this site, and we're going to call this named after your teacher, Mrs. Reyes. Okay, this is going to actually become a tutorial. And if I'm looking at some different things on here, I don't need to change the home button. I'm fine with that. But I do want to change the image here that's on top here. So there's some insight to give you on this. There are different ways that we saved our images. One of them was that we saved it in a document file. We also learned about saving the image URL. And that's what we want to work with today, is how to edit the image and do it in the best way to be able to see the image. So when I click on the image, I have options on changing that image at the very corner here. You're going to see add image or add text. In this case, we want to add image. We're going to edit this. And we have the option to get a picture from our computer, to search for a picture, to go a favorites, or to do an image URL. When we're adding images, it is always better on this site to be able to use image URLs. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to click into image URL, and I'm going to leave this page open. And while I do that, I'm going to open another page on my system, and I'm going to look up images through Google. And the images, whoops, sorry about that. The images that I'm specifically looking for are images about strategies, about your book, because that's kind of what this whole program is dedicated to. So I'm going to go into images and find something that depicts what your book looks like. So this image here works pretty good, so I'm going to double click on it. I have to click on it first to be able to get the URL, or else it'll give me the web page instead of the image URL. So now that I've clicked on the image, I'm going to go into copy image URL. I click on this and I go back to my Weebly and I copy and paste that image in there. It should always end with a JPG, a GIF, or a PNG. If it doesn't, then either the picture is not available to insert, or you have to go back and make sure you double click into that image so that you're only looking at the image. So then when you're finished and you have it inside, you just click insert. So now I have a new picture that's in front of this other picture. However, it's not big enough. So I have the ability now to change that. So I'm going to drag and pull until I get this image exactly how I want it in my picture. Now, you don't have to change your first image. That's not a part of the requirement. But for mine, I would like that image. So when I click OK and I have this situated exactly how I want it, now I can see everything that I wanted to say, the 50 strategies for teaching English language learners. Then I'm going to go up to the top corner here where it has cancel or save, and I'm going to save that. So now it takes me back to my screen and I am ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to look at the information that's going to go at the bottom of your web page. This is all the information that you will be using to teach, reinforce, or introduce topics or themes for whatever it is that you're teaching. So we're going to be sticking to the basics, and this is again where we're going to get this information from. However, we will use a little bit of information down at the bottom because we have the option for the button, that we could add to it, or we also have the options for adding video clips. So we're going to come up here to the top and we're going to look at what our basics are. So these are the things that are required for your assignment. So clicking here, the way that we use this information is that whatever it is that you want to work on, so let's say you want to add a picture or a title, you're going to grab title and you're going to drag it down and drop. And then you have your title information. So from here, you can add to it. This is going to be your strategies assignment requirement. Okay, so what I'm going to upload onto this site is going to be your requirements for this entire project. So this part of it is not required from you, but I'm going to walk you through the steps about how to upload a document so that you can do this yourself if you would like to, and you can also see how easy it is. So we're going to go over here and scroll down to where we can upload documents. We have options of either file or document. Either one of them would work. And we're going to insert this below where we have our technology requirements for week 3. So I'm just going to grab it right here, put my cursor over it, push down on my mouse on the left side of the mouse, drag that image over here, and we call it just let go, which is our drop. So it's a drag and drop. This is a blank document. We need to upload a new file to be able to show it on this image. So I'm going to click on my document, and it's as easy as that. Upload a new file. You go up to the top and you click upload a new file. The height could be large, it could be small, it could be medium. We'll stick with a medium size image. We're going to click on upload new file. And I already have my web page, my document, Word document, saved. So I scroll through my documents and find the one that I want and click open. It'll take it a few minutes. Even though this displays, it just means that it's loading the document. You'll give it a few minutes and then it will be open and ready to go. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to be able to see everything that we're going to be working on. However, I cannot scroll down and view this document while I'm in edit mode. So we're going to just take a second and look at what this image looks like through the actual website. So now I'm actually looking at the website, and then I can scroll down and see this image now as it would appear on our web page. So as a student, I can put requirements for what you expect in class. You can upload vocabulary words, directions. Any Word document can be uploaded. Of course, the Word document is not a part of your requirements. So we're going to walk through what are your requirements for this Weebly assignment. We've already covered the top section, but I'm going to walk you through that to make sure you understand very clearly. First, you need to change the title at the top of the website. We did that, changing of the title, scrolling up, changing this to Mrs. Ray's Tutorial. So we changed it from the words My Site that were in the template and changed it to Mrs. Ray's Tutorial. Next, you'll need to change the main image on the web page. That would be this image right here. When we copied the image URL and uploaded it, and then we just blew it up and moved it around until we got it to fit the way we want it to. You may not have to do all that moving depending on what image you put in there. Next, we changed the font over here and we made this apply to what it was that we were teaching. So that would be step 3, edit the text to custom fit your classroom theme or topic. I edited the text to technology strategies for the EL learner. And next you need to add the link button that connects with your topic. I linked mine to my YouTube video introducing this unit. So as you can see, click on the button, it'll take you to the YouTube video. So now we're going to go back into what it was that we were working on with our original Weebly. You can tell when I switch from my actual website where I'm editing to the website Weebly here, just by looking at the search engine at the top. And it changes immediately. So if I make a change here and I click publish, it will immediately change it. That means that if you are using this for a student or for a class, you can upgrade, you can change, and Whatever changes are made, they're permanent. You can't undo those changes, and those changes are immediately given to your students. So as I scroll down here, I'm going to now look at other things that we can add to our Weebly project. So the next thing that's required of this project is the bottom section, and that's the part we're going to be focusing for the last part of this video. Now we will continue on with the requirements for our Weebly for the lower section of the Weebly. So these requirements will be to add one title, one text, one image, and one YouTube video. You will also be required to add one interactive website that has a drag and drop button and an add link. So we're going to go through each, that's optional of course, and we're going to go through each of these steps now to add a title, the drag and drop edit title. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So we're going to click back into our Weebly, and we're going to scroll to the very bottom of the last thing that was added. Of course, I have this here, but whatever your next blank space. So we're going to grab title. This is our drag and drop. You click on it, you drag it to the bottom of the screen where you want it to appear, and you drop. And then we can edit in that box. For what I'm doing on this website, this is going to be a website that you can go back and you can look at. So I'm going to connect you with a site where we first started learning how to copy and paste URLs and interactive websites. So I'm going to connect you to that on this website. Okay, so my title is going to be called Where to Start. I went ahead and chose a center bullet point for this one, and I'm going to add to it in another text directly below it to be able to give more information about what it is that this website is going to, or that this section here is going to tell us more about. Okay, and then I just added on the text. So going to our next section, we're going to now add an image. So the image that I want to be able to bring in here, since this is a how-to guide, I will connect on image, drag and drop, paste it right where I would like for it to go, and this will be in the center of what we're teaching right now. I'm going to actually include 3 images that are side by side. And I can just drag and drop them right next to each other. So the first image, I'm going to upload a photo from my computer. It takes me directly to my computer. I can go into the file where I organized it, and I'm going to open my image. Again, do the exact same thing. Upload my next image. So these are visuals that support what I'm saying that we're going to be doing. So my third image is my YouTube video. Okay, so this is now what we're looking at with our YouTube videos. Again, we're going to go ahead and click Publish, and then we can just quickly click over to our other page where we have our Weebly opened. We can scroll it down and we can see the changes that have been made. So now we have our cover page, my text that I've included, and as you scroll down, where to start, this video will teach you how to search for copy, paste, and organize website URLs, images, and YouTube videos that can be used to aid in teaching. So this is just some images. These pictures can be made smaller or bigger by clicking on the different icons that are available. So now below this, I'm going to connect my video. I'm going to use an embed code for this one because it's easier to connect videos through embedding. So after I drag and drop my embed code, I just simply click where that image is, and I'm now in this screen here, and I would like to center my picture, and I'm going to go back into my YouTube video and find my. Okay, so again we're going to go into share, and we're going to this time use our embed code. So we just click embed in the same area, copy that information, go back to our Weebly site, and click on our. And so now we have uploaded our video into our web page. So now we have gone through and we have added our text. Let's go through our next steps of the things that were required. We've added a title. On step 6 was adding a text. We added an image, and we added a YouTube video using the embed code. All of this, I did not use the image URL, however. I did use an image URL when we switched our image in the beginning, the very first part of our picture that we worked with. Right here we use the image URL, and here we use the image by just using images that were in our computer. If you don't like something and you want to change it to be able to take it off the screen, you just click on the image and you will see that there was a little blue X at the top corner that you can click on, and you can add links to it, spacings, captions, or advanced settings. The advanced settings are for those that pay for Weebly, so there are more options that are available in Weebly using those using different things that can help to enhance your website even more. But we're just sticking again with the basic features. And so before I conclude this video, I would like to go ahead and show you your completed web page for this program. I'm going to again add more title tops to it. Let me see, we're going to add another title. And this title is going to be what we learned next in our video. So this is going to be how to use Kazoa. Very simple. Put in my title. I would like to add text next to that title. If your screen just moves down a little bit, just grab it, bring it back over. And right next to that title, I'm going to add some text. My computer's arguing with me a little bit, but that's okay. This time I'm going to add a different media source, although we've used it before, and I'm going to use the YouTube attachment. Simply I click into my YouTube video, I go back to my share button, and this time I'm going to use the URL. So you're going to see a difference between using the embed code and using the URL, because I kind of like the URL better on a website because it gives you just a straight picture. So I clicked onto the image and it gives me this little information here. I can just paste my image URL and I click enter, and this is my video. Again, we will click publish, and then we will go over to our actual screen, and let's see how this looks now. Scrolling down, here's our first video. Here is the second video. So you're seeing the difference between using the embed code and using the actual image URL. You click on the play button and we don't see anything except for what was on the YouTube video. I'm going to continue and add another title to my web page, and this title is going to go now at the bottom of the Kazoa. And our last that we have, we're going to add to this, is how to create a Weebly. So I'm going to change my text and you will see the image added to the bottom.